Hi, we're Antonia and Richard. Welcome to Ant and Dick's Excellent Adventure.
Here we are in Beverly Avo on our way out to something a bit special again today, and just driving through a village. Always there's a monument. Obviously to the war dead, commemoration of the war dead, 1945, 1941, 1918 and 1912. It's a bit of a beast, isn't it? Anyway, always interesting. Love these monuments. Beautiful. So here we are out and about once again in the Star of Paninis. Now parked up just at a spot of lunch. And pretending she's trying to get her hair straight in this breeze. Hope you can hear this because it's blowing a bit of a hoolie up here. But we're fairly high up, I think is what you would call this. And here's what we've come to have a look at. Up there on top of that hill. Doesn't look much from this side. I think it'll be a bit more impressive when we get around the other side of it. So we could walk up, like those people are there. But if you watched the last video and heard how out of breath I was going uphill, I think we'll use Douglas instead, shall we? I think it's probably safe. I think it's probably safer. Catch you in a minute. So here we are, not walking them. There are other cars up there.
Look at that view. Look, that's the way we came. It's quite extraordinary.
It is, isn't it?
That's where the white van where we parked before.
That's where we just had lunch.
Intrigued as to what that summit is up there. The top of the Paninis.
I'm more intrigued as what happens if there's a car coming the other way.
In 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Sarah, shift. Hey, new pants, please.
Oh.
You have arrived.
Top of, oh, blimey,
Jesus.
look at that.
I can feel my buttocks clenching.
Oh.
I wish we'd walked now, to be honest.
Voila.
As I think I said before, they do a good monument out here. Christ almighty, look at that. That is huge. Hope you can hear this with the wind.
Quite humbling, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's just... I think the cows get up here though. What do you think?
Bulgarian yak. Who knows?
Those indeed. Look at that. Proper Land Rover country this is.
There's the lovely place where we were parked before.
Yep, so if you can see that down there, well, there's 2 cars and a camper van are. That's where we've just had lunch. This is the big lump missing out of the road as you drive up. All good fun. All good fun. And 1944 it says on this side.
So we continue our tour of Monuments of Freedom. I think something like that. And here we are, this is really tall, 35 metres. It's actually called the Arch of Freedom and it's built in 1980. And I'll read you a quote. This is from a Bulgarian tourism site, which I think is brilliant. A monument of veneration rises up, solemn embodiment of gratitude for the courage and sacrifice of the thousands of Bulgarian and Russian soldiers who gave their lives for our country's freedom, in brackets from the Ottoman regime. Actually, the Arch of Freedom is an expression of worship to the spirit of all freedom fighters from every historical era. So this structure depicts Bulgarian revolutionaries, Russian and Soviet soldiers who are being presented with bread and salt by young women in national costumes, as tradition requires when admired guests arrive. And we finally found them. So it's not, and I can't remember the name of the architect or the designer.
God.
We'll,
Yeah, again, you let me down.
yeah,
I don't know.
Just because I can't remember.
Yeah.
I've got it written down somewhere. Anyway, so there we are. Behold, and the landscape around, which you've already seen.
We'll just do another walk round.
Yeah.
Really is something. It's just the scale of these things is just absolutely astounding. Oh, an ant.
Douglas and Dick in their element.
Tree.
Yeah.
Odd, isn't it? Yes, the beeping means we haven't got our seatbelts on. We are off the public highway here. Just pointing that out.
You want to look at there as well?
Yep. Oh, no. Interesting stuff.
See some rushes. beautiful willow.
That's where we come through the water over here, look.
Oh, okay, yep.
I think. Well, how would I know? You're the navigator.
I'll just turn maps off, I'm doing a bit of filming now.
Ah.
We missed the stalk. Look, it's beautiful. Ooh. Have a look over to your left. But oh, I think we found a near perfect spot. Keep going, keep going. Okay.
So, what do we think of this then? Hey, could be home for the night, assuming the midges don't get too bad. Why are you looking through the bottom of your glasses, Wisby? I don't know. Right, let's do it again. So what do we think of this then? Hey, it's not too shabby, is it? Could be home for the night, I think. Assuming the midges don't get too bad, of course. So here we are. Well, possibly. We'll see how we get on. As always, there's an Airbnb up the road somewhere, if the flies bite too much. But, we're going to see how we get on. Aren't we, Ant? Ant's already got...
If you're watching this, floaty trousers.
Yep.
Perfect.
Ant's already
potential midge.
fully dressed. She's about to put her balaclava on as well for the flies. But here we are. We have all the amenities we need for when it gets cold later on. A fireplace. Did I just say when it gets cold later on? Really? Yeah, did I say that? Never mind. We have running water. Couple of stones down there, so Ant's got somewhere to do the washing, to wash the clothes and that. Knowing her place as she does. Did I just say that as well? Oh, shiznick. Anyway, I'm going to see how we get on. That's a bit of water we drove through earlier, by the way. It is, all joking apart, fantastic. This feeds into a reservoir. You know how we love a good reservoir. I don't know if you can see just there somewhere. There's a crane. So peaceful. I can just hear an aeroplane in the distance. One or two people fishing we've seen. But apart from that, that's our surroundings. Oh, this is not a tent job, by the way, where this is a sleep in the back of the truck, which we've done once before. That's absolutely fine. Come back to you a bit later.
Any stalks.
Just a quick update, so we're still here. Been bitten a few times, but we're coping. The water's lovely to wet a scarf in or something to stick around your neck, so that's something. The stalks are still there, I don't know if you can see them. The cows are on their way through there, probably bringing all the flies with them. And Ant has been sketching. Oh, sorry Ant, I'm a bit close, aren't I?
Yeah.
Go on in Ant, show us what you've been doing.
White stalks.
Hang on, let's get there. Yep.
Arty shot for the
Arty
art.
shot, yep.
And there's a black stalk that's been standing with one of the white stalks. And then over the page.
And this was sketched how?
Just with the black colour pencil.
And looking through binoculars, I saw you looking.
And looking through binoculars.
Yes, yeah. We've certainly got the front row of the stalls here. We must be in the busiest spot in the whole area, I reckon. The river is obviously a welcome treat in this heat. Nope. Probably don't be drinking that water. It's still coming. How cool is that, no? A bit of footage of a load of young cows' arses. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? So, another quick update. We have moved camp. There was a lovely spot there by that ford, but it was like Clapham Bloody Junction between the cows coming through, and there was the Roma gypsies come down with a couple of horse and cart, and the horses were drinking, and the gypsies were splashing the water all over the horses to cool them down. And then the fishermen came down to clean the fish in the river, and so it went on. So we've moved about 200 metres, just somewhere a bit shadier. And I'll just pan you around quickly so you can see. So we were just over there somewhere, and we just moved down here under the trees, a bit more, it's a bit cooler, a bit shadier. A couple of fire pits here, but we're not gonna use them. It's right next to the river still. I've actually got the sound of the water to go to sleep to. So that's pretty cool. Not too shabby at all. And we're just gonna do some dinner. Keeping it basic. I'll show you in a second. Look at that. Worst places to be, aren't there? So here we are, keeping it very simple tonight. Beer, obviously, not moving the truck now. And we're not anywhere near the main road, or near a public highway. Hot dogs. And
hot dogs for girls.
Non-hot dogs. See, meat hot dogs. Pretend meat hot dogs. I know.
Like I said.
Yeah. So very, very simple, just using the little hiking gas stoves on the tailgate. wonderful thing about a Discovery 4 is this tailgate, which you can stand on, sit on, cook on, do anything on really. I've used it as a tool bench and everything. It's fantastic. Anyway, that is going to be dinner. Oh, and some crisps, which we've already opened.
J cloth. It's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah, and the J cloth, and some spicy tomato ketchup. And that will be that. Not very exciting, I know, but it does the job.
Less is more.
That's what you always say to me, darling. Anyway, we'll leave that there, I think.